Touched by Yeah, that's the one I wanted. Welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions. We've got a great show tonight. We're going to be talking about drone accessories, all kinds of neat gadgets that make our drone life simpler or more productive, so to speak. And also, I'm going to be talking about the Parrot Swing. I took that out for a spin last Sunday night, or Sunday morning actually. Got a cool video. That thing is a blast to fly. So we'll be talking about that. So before we get this show going, let's do a few jokes and then I'll say hello to everybody in the chat. And so hold on, guys. So here's one I just thought of. Actually, somebody else kind of gave me an idea for this joke. What do you call a red-headed tranny? A ginger with nuts. All right. Well, we'll stick to the joke book. Brought to you by Lloyd Mendenhall. Okay, so let's do law and order, shall we? Breaking news. A man arrested for stealing fireworks has been let off. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Today I saw a very short prisoner climbing down a wall. As he turned and sneered at me, I thought, that's a little condescending. Yeah. Yeah. Police say a third of the crime goes unreported. How did they know? Yeah. Police have found a getaway car with an incomplete set of stolen golf clubs. They're still looking for the driver. Oh, golf joke. Yeah, 10 points. There we go. What do you call the security outside a Samsung store? Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, there we go. Police today announced they were investigating a string of ID theft. You gotta look at it. Doesn't make sense. I've been shoplifting baby biscuits all day. I think life is all about taking rust. Ooh, a little bit of British humor. The detective entered the room. The blinds were drawn, but the furniture was real. Police have stated they believe Sooty and Sweep are the masterminds behind the recent crime wave. They also strongly believe someone else may have had a handle in it. Oh, yeah. Bill Stickers will be prosecuted. 60 plus years since I first read that sign. Did they ever get him? I asked the police inspector, what are those pictures on your wall? He said, those are pictures of wanted criminals. I said, why didn't the hell didn't you just arrested them when you took the photos? Oh, there we go. All right, one more and then we'll get this bad boy going. A police officer turned up at my door this morning. Do these letters TG mean anything to you? No, I said. What about PR? No, that means nothing to me. What about HA? I said, look, I said, am I suspected of something? No, sir, he replies. Those are initial inquiries. Oh, all right. Let's get this show going, shall we? While we're waiting for my co-host to show up, uh, Bill, and James, you could pop in, and Maddie, you have a link. Come on down, guys. All right, let's say hello to everybody in the chat. We have Warren Akira Show. We've got Michael Toto, Fly Zone Drone, Matt Cundiff of Maddie's Drone World, 107 Drones, Mr. JRCs, Dominic, Northside Hawk, one of my buddies from down under. Oi, 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 oi! Charles Galuski, Chris Hope, Michael Blade, FPV, Michael Blade, James Tanner of My PI Dream, welcome, welcome. John of Flying Flynn Media, Sager Art, welcome, welcome. Alan, all the way from Ireland, Drone Views Media. And Sergio Toto of Fly Zone Drones. Do you guys know Christian Toto? He's a writer. He does movie reviews. He's called his channel is called Movies in Toto or something like that. Hey, all right, just a few more, and I'll bring in one of my co-hosts. We've got Steve W. Knowles, and he knows best. Yes, he does. Bill Ronayne of Uncle Bill's Toys, Mr. B Outdoors Misadventures, and and then I saw little Laurel, whatever you say. Welcome to the show, Jerry Bauer, and one of my Canadian friends. Rob Carmarda, Aviano, Rob C. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Gary Brant Ariels, another friend from Canada. We've got a big crowd tonight. That is awesome. And Glenn Thunderbird Sits, also from down under. Oi, 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 oi. I believe that is about it. Let's get this show underway. And then we got Danny, the View Chaser. Welcome, welcome. Let's welcome one of my guests or co-hosts, all the way from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Let's welcome Matt Cundiff. Welcome, welcome. Yeah.
You can do that right. I try.
Yeah.
I'm not that good at it though. What's up, buddy?
It's going pretty good. Finally got a job started yesterday.
I heard you did. Permanent, I'm assuming.
I hope so. We'll know in about 60 to 90 days.
I also got one, but it's not permanent.
Oh.
It was only for 3 weeks. This week is the last week. But the guy that I work with, it's the elevator trade, obviously. He said that now that he has me to help him do the things that he doesn't know how to do, he's going to start getting more jobs. So I think I've got some security there.
Oh, good.
I should be good
to hear.
Back in the damn elevator trade again, what I didn't want to do, but I'm there.
I mean, that business is always up and down.
Up, down, up, down. Yep.
Hey, let's say hello to David, AZ Drone Dude, and
Max Air 420.
Yes, Max. Good to see you, Max. Boy, this show is off and running. So, how are you doing? How's the weather down there in sunny Florida? Hot?
It's only reading
hot here.
90, but the humidity is what kills it.
Yeah.
So it feels like it's over 100. But I mean,
it's
all right.
Pretty darn close to 100 here. We expected to hit 99 today, but we were up to 97 yesterday. And the day before, we were in the upper 90s again. Now it's supposed to take a dip, and we'll be down in the 80s tomorrow for a couple of days.
Nice.
Good.
Yep. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Max Air, I get to drive with that mofo 20 hours to Chicago.
Oh.
For the Midwest meetup.
You're not flying?
I am not. I was flying. And right before
Boy, are your arms tired.
2 days before booking my flight, Max said that he wanted to go and he's going to be in Miami and that he would most likely drive. So I said, "Well,
Oh,
shit,
okay.
swing
That
by,
works.
get me on your way, and I'll drive with you. And we'll split the driving, and you know, and then I'll. So
Cool.
that's what we're doing. We're
Cool, cool,
driving
cool.
there. We're leaving on Thursday. Coming, we'll be in Chicago on Friday. We're gonna stop and hit up some spots for FPV, obviously, and then I'm flying out on Sunday, and Max is going back to New York from there.
Cool, 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 cool.
Yep.
Boy, I remember those long drives.
Yeah,
Man.
I did it. I did
Uh,
it for spin up, man. I did it for spin up. It was about 20 hours, but I had 3 kids and a wife in the car.
uh,
This one is just going to be me and Max, so it should be all right.
I remember doing some gigs in the Midwest and Southeast, and I used to I used to drive from Denver to Kansas City, Missouri, in one day, and after a few of those, I just said, I'm just going to cut it in half because it's not worth driving all that way, get to the gig, and you're
Yeah,
just wiped out, you know?
yeah.
And it just doesn't make good for a good show.
Well,
Yeah.
it works out. It works out because he was going to go either way, I guess, and he was going to end up stopping Thursday night at a hotel. But since there's two of us, he drives halfway, then crashes in the passenger seat, and I'll drive the rest.
Okay.
So
Cool.
it'll work out.
Hey, let's say hello to Herman, Phantom Flight 101. Hope you have a good football team this year. And then we have who else? Oh,
Mike.
Stevie Bratz, Capture Life Connection. Welcome. Oh, and then we have the other Kelly, Michael Kelly of Copper State Aerial Photography.
Yeah,
All
buddy.
right, cool. We got a great crowd tonight. That is awesome. Oh, and Crypto Man is here. I can't wait to get another 200 lira from Turkish lira. He gave me 20 lira last week, which is less than $2.
Huh. Sounds good.
Yeah, it does. Andrew Silver Fox, good to see you.
Hey, Andrew.
All right, cool. So today we're going to start off hitting the ground running. We're going to be talking about drone accessories. I mean, there are just all kinds of stuff out there that just make our lives a little simpler or a little more productive. One of them, let's start off big. Now, if you have the first
Oh,
smart controller, and the one that I got, it came with this little doodad, so you could put your lanyard strap.
mm-hmm.
So let me do this without dropping.
Did you know that Ken
Oh,
Dono is making love handles for that original
yep.
smart controller?
Oh, awesome! I might have to
He is
look into
indeed.
that. Maybe I could do a review for him.
Yeah, he's making them for the smart controller. He has them for the RC Pro and the DJI RC. Now he's making them for the original.
Cool.
Yep, pretty cool design. Crypto Man 5000 is chilling at the beach. You lucky bastard.
Well,
No,
let's see. This is by Robot Works, made in Germany. Cool. So this is the strap that I got. And by the way, I traded my Autel Evo for this.
for the smart controller, right?
Yep.
Good call.
And you know what? This thing is so cool. It just hangs there, and then I got the controllers and oh, and this has the HDMI. You know what? Ken Dono had a really good video they released about
Yes, he did.
using goggles
Yep,
with this.
goggles
I
that have
thought,
HDMI in on them. Yep.
yep. And that's what this has. This has an HDMI port. This is the regular HDMI. So if I get goggles that'll take HDMI, either the mini HDMI or the regular size, and I think I have an extra cable lying around. They're not very expensive. They're probably under $10.
Do you have a set of goggles that'll work with?
Uh, no, I don't. I don't think I'll have to check my Viper VTX or VXT goggles. Check that out. But
Yeah.
they're not very expensive, so they're those. If you've seen my videos, they're those box goggles where the front opens up and the monitor comes out.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
but that would be cool because that'd be more immersive flying there.
It would. It would
Yep.
indeed. I use these because I won these on Chad B's live stream a while
Ooh.
back, and I
Ooh.
use these things. They're cool. They're fun. The
Oh,
drone mask
okay. Yep.
that you put your phone into.
Oh,
It makes it
okay.
so much. It makes it so much more immersive to fly,
Right.
and it's got lenses
Cool.
in there. So you watch this. You want to see my weird eyes?
Right. Looks like you got your skin diving, snorkeling
I know, right?
gear on backwards.
It makes it a lot of fun, though. It makes it totally different. Like
I bet.
it's a lot more immersive to fly when you've got the goggles on. It really does make it that much better, in my opinion. I know there's other people probably in the chats that have flown with goggles, with GPS drones, and it's a ton of fun. They are a ton of fun. Hey, what's up, Dre? Mister, look at me.
Hey, Dre, an unlimited
M30.
vertical.
Dre got an M30T. You see that?
Yes, I saw that. That looks
Asshole.
awesome.
I don't like him. I
Yeah.
don't like him anymore. I don't know.
Also, I got these for my Mavic Mini, and
Yeah,
these
those
are
need
range extenders.
The Mini needs them.
And
Those actually do
this
work.
works really good because the first time I tried them out, I had the drone flying behind me, and I'm under a metal picnic shelter.
Yeah.
No signal drop. I thought that was pretty darn good. But I think these are like less than $10 on Amazon. So these are good.
Yeah.
And also another cool accessory are these plugs that go in, because you could use 3 different kinds of phones. The kind with the what is it, the
iPhone, Android, micro USB,
An-
USB-C.
Android, and the USB-C and the regular. Yeah, so that's cool. And usually when you get your Mavic Mini, or if you have the Mavic Air, the original, it comes with these. And I always lose these, but Amazon has some cool ones that have the braided cable,
I have a
which is
lot
cool.
of those.
Yep.
A lot. Like I was big into buying. Sorry, you're looking at my chest. I know you are. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. I have an entire bag full of those cables,
Yep.
all braided. But they're all
yeah, I
longer.
like those
They're all
braided.
longer ones because of the fact that I use a tablet to fly. So, and then I have the
Mike Rennick, good to see you. Ray Kelly, good to see you. Steven Drones, Michael's Drones and RC Hobby, good to see you.
Hello.
Johnny DRC, good to see you. We've got a kick-ass crowd. Also, here's something for you FPV guys.
Hey,
So if you need
what are
to
those?
change your props,
What are those
this
things?
is great. Yep. for holding the motor so you don't scrape it up, and you got your little Allen wrench or your torque wrench to take off the
Yes.
nut to change out your props. This is really handy. And you know
I
what? Even if you don't have an FPV drone, because this would probably work on the Phantom 3, because those had the
screw on
props
props.
that
Yep.
just, yep,
Yep.
where the Advance are more like, well, the Phantom 4s had the kind that you push and turn, and yeah,
Yeah, those were quick release props.
yeah,
These are pretty
yeah,
these are pretty nice though. They work.
yep,
I use them occasionally. Uh, you don't want to go too tight on your
right,
prop nuts, but they are nice to have just in case as you fly they're going to get tighter. So if
yep,
you want to take them off, that helps.
yep.
Sorry about the sun glare. It's running right through my window. You see that?
Uh, I
Pretty cool.
have the same problem. See if you look right above my lamp over here, you'll see a little
Yep.
light. I always have that because I get a little bit of bleed through my blinds over here,
Yep.
especially in the summertime. And then I have this gadget. It's from PGY Tech. They make a ton of accessories. This
Yeah,
goes
they
on
do.
top of your Mavic Air. And if you want, you can attach it. Oh, thank you, Mr. JRC. Thank you for that super chat. Yep.
Johnny DRC, real quick. It depends on how much you tighten them down. You're not really supposed to tighten them down much, but they have rubber inserts on the inside of them. Can you see that?
Yep.
That's what grips the
That keeps
motors.
them from marring
That grips
the
the
motors.
motors. So
I call
actually,
them
when you
motors,
close it, you're not on metal. You're actually on those rubber grommets in there.
right?
And you're not supposed to really grip them that tight, anyways. But they are used. They are handy. I just got them just because they're nice to have in the bag, in the SPV backpack. So it's always good to have. They're nice though. I mean, they're not. I wouldn't say they're necessarily something you should buy. Just if you have a few extra bucks laying around and you like accessory shit, just buy them. Good to have in the bag.
Filter. Also important.
Also, yes,
Yeah.
they are.
All different. They've got them for just about every drone out there. I think this is for the Air 2. And I also have some Freewell filters that I won from Ken Heron for my Mavic 2 Pro. Those are really handy, especially Florida. You get a lot of UV rays down there, so
Yeah, yeah. I use circular polarized filters. That's it.
Uncle Bill, come on in. The water is nice in here, so jump on in.
Come on in. The water's fine.
So also, if you're going to be flying like at golden hour, either in the morning or in the evening, these are handy. These are the
Speaking
lights, the
of those,
strobes for that are these are damn bright. They're for
speaking of
what is
those, there's supposed to be 3 statute miles.
right?
Um, I will show you something right now that I
Okay,
got. Can I share my screen real quick?
you sure can.
Watch this. I don't know if they're fully 3 statute miles, but hey, I don't know. Whatever. They work, right? Let me know when I'm sharing. Ready? Look
Ready?
at that. 4-pack of them. $16 on Amazon Prime
Ooh,
for 4 of them.
cool.
And it comes with all that. Comes with 4 lights, 3, 6, 9, 12 Velcro patches, 16 rubber bands, 4 chargers, 4 manuals.
And you could change the colors on those,
There's
can you?
7 colors on this one.
Wow.
There's green,
Cool.
blue, white, purple, yellow, red, and blue. I thought two blues, whatever.
Yeah.
So, anyways, as you can see, last purchased on July 22nd.
Oh,
I
cool.
got them.
What?
Yeah, you can't go wrong because normally they're like, usually they're $16 a piece. Like if
Yep,
you come
that's
down
what I
here,
paid for.
look,
I
there's one
got
right
this
there.
a
There's a
couple
single
years
one.
ago. Yep.
There's a single one right there, 1995.
Right.
So to be able to buy 4 of them for $16, come on now, can't go wrong
That
there.
is from Ulanzi.
It doesn't show who makes them.
Oh,
From the
yeah, the
CNPA. I mean,
CNP
it's
PAP.
all the same crap.
Yeah.
You know, they're pretty much the same thing. I have one on my actual. Here, I'll stop sharing. I keep one on my.
Oh,
on
Mr.
my arm.
JRC, another $2. Awesome.
Mr. J.
Awesome,
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah, I keep one on my arm.
Mm.
And that was the Ulanzi one.
Yep,
But,
that's what this is, and this has the Velcro.
Yeah,
and I have it attached on my Air 2, and I have one on my Mavic 2 Pro, so I could just take this off and put it on the top, and off she goes.
I fly with them even during the day, and that's why I bought the 4-pack, because as you can see, I fly with one here. I use the snap and lock stuff.
Oh,
it works a lot. It really does work. But you see, there's one there, and then I have one on the top, and then I run with one right there on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
And I run with one on the back, so you can see it in all directions, even like twilight hours. Right. During the daytime, sometimes you can actually.
Ooh, that's really good to have. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, they are. I suggest them. That those little lights are not. I mean, I don't know if they're necessarily 3 statute miles, but they're cheaper than this one.
Yeah, they're pretty damn bright. Is that one of those Lume Cube?
That's the Lume Cube, and the Lume Cube is for what it is. It's expensive. Yeah, I bought this one not knowing about the other ones, because the other ones came out new. They've been making them for a little while now, but back when I first bought them, this was the one to have. Now, the smaller ones are lighter. Some of them go longer. Plus, you can change the colors on them.
Right.
This one you have to put the stupid cap on, and even with it a red cap, it doesn't look red when it's in the sky. It looks like a light pink.
Yes.
So, but yeah, for a 4-pack for $16, bro, you can't beat that.
Also, here's something to have if you're an FPV guy and you're flying the 5-inch. And this is from Race Day Quad. This is a battery strap. And these are better because they're made of tougher material, where the El Cheapos have it's just Velcro, and they just, oh, you got a crap ton of.
I have a fucking bag of these things, because every time you order from Race Day Quads, they send you a free strap.
Yep.
So I've got a ton of these things from iFlight. I've got them. Yeah, these are great to have, and they're not just for using for FPV, using for tying up cables.
Right. That's true. That's true.
For my HDMI cable, I've got one on there to hold it. You can use them for anything. They're great to have. Great accessory to have, especially if you've got 40 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a lot, but you know what I mean? That shows you how much I order from Racetrack. I mean, from Race Day Quads. I said Racetrack. And that's not even all of them. There's another stack of them right there.
Oh, there you go.
Got quite a few. Anybody need battery straps? I got them, baby.
There you go.
Oh, silly. Anyways, yeah, those are good. That's a good accessory to have, Art.
Battery
straps are always good to have. Oy. Yeah.
Also, if you have the Tello, they have these colorful covers.
Look at that.
This one's yellow. This one's blue, and that one's yellow, but you can sort of see it. Yeah, you have the traditional white, which is what I've got.
I'm actually probably gonna give this thing away. I was supposed to give it away at the South Florida Drone Meetup, and I left it in my hotel room by accident. So I still have it.
You know what? I'm trying to get mine to connect with the TD1 controller. I can't get the damn thing to link up.
Really?
I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
That one?
Yeah,
So it doesn't link up to the drone itself. It links up through
I
Bluetooth.
know it goes to the Bluetooth,
Yeah.
but
You know that there's a setting in the app that you can change the controller that it
right.
uses, and you just can't get it to work.
I'll have to play around with it and
Ask Bill.
if,
Bill Ronayne
okay.
flies with his Tello a lot. He uses the same controller, I believe. I think he has this controller. Ask him. Hi, Paul. Wedge and Big.
Hey, Paul. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and also, if you have an Air 2 or an Air 2S, this is a neat little gadget. This is a drop system.
That's connected to the landing legs? Really?
It goes right on the bottom of the drone and it snaps right in. These landing legs, you could fold them up and put them away. But here's how it works. You see this little
the
hook?
LED light.
Yeah, because the way you get it to work is on your in your control. You go to landing light. You just say hit that, and it turns that on. And so, say you're getting engaged and you want to surprise your girlfriend, fly the drone over, or have somebody fly the drone over and say, "Hey, what's that up there? Oh, look! Oh, honey, will you marry me?"
And if you're
Or
blind,
if you want to go fishing,
drop
get
the ring in the
your
lake.
line out there.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad thing to have. I like that because the original drop system for the Air 2S, you've got to wrap around the battery. It's a wrap. It just wraps around the body.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
With that one, that is much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you get that from?
I got it from Amazon.
Can you send? You know what? I'm gonna look it up right now.
I think they're about $30, $35. These are. I have to do a review on these. I haven't done a review. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow. Also,
cool.
another cool accessory if you're is one of these battery chargers, like the one I've got here. They'll take more than 2 or 3 batteries. This'll do like up to 6 of them. And I've got. Oh, hey, the batteries are charged up. Yay! So now I go do some FPV tomorrow. Finally, haven't done it. Well, I flew FPV a couple weeks ago. I flew one of the guys, his Tiny Hawk 2, and flew that around. And I only crashed once.
There it is, right there. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, so
I never knew they made these.
Yeah, this one it has a plug on the end. You put your power port in. You could put your XT60, and it's got USB. Yeah, and you could do 2 different size batteries.
Yeah, they're called it's either a PH2 or a BT 2.0 connector. That's what those are called.
Right.
Who said hi?
So now I've got 6 packs here that I get. Well, I got my little. I still gotta get my Tiny Hawk 2. Get all the motors soldered back on, and get the freestyle. Get that all together, and then I also have the Darwin Baby 8 Pro. I just have to solder on the receiver, and then I could connect it up to my controller and get that flying.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike B, aka the Drone Ranger. Meow, meow, meow.
Meow. She's out.
So those are some of the. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. Oh, what's the most important thing accessory?
I'm
A
gonna show you.
case,
Oh yeah, hard cases are always. Oh, a case,
hard case or soft case.
hard case or soft
Nemo,
case. I use
uh,
I use a hard
believe
case.
is Nemo Greg? I believe, or what is Nemo's name?
Um, honestly, I'm not sure. I always just call him Nemo.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
either Greg or Craig or George or any Billy. I don't know. But hey, welcome to the show. Good to
Gary.
see you.
Should have
Huh?
known that. Gary.
Gary. Okay, Gary. That's. I knew it started with a G.
Feel like an idiot.
So yeah. So Mr. JRC's. Thank you. Also, Mike B gets.
Can Mike B
Oh,
also?
if he wins one.
Let me show you an awesome accessory for the Air 2S. If anybody has an Air 2S, the gimbal cover, the saying, you know how hard it is sometimes to pull gimbal covers or put them back on for DJI drones.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
one,
you
this
got
one
you
just
got
it just it just pops right. Well, watch now. It's not going to do it. Pops right off,
Oh,
and then just
cool.
pops right back on.
Awesome.
Stark Sunny Life, I think, makes it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunny Life. Dude, Amazon, you can find so much crap on Amazon for these damn drones.
Yeah.
It'll cause a divorce. It really will. It's rough, bro. It's rough, but they're fun to have.
This thing is by Start
Start RC.
RC. And they make a crap ton of accessories as well.
107 Drones, Barkley, has that.
Oh, that's Barkley.
He's gonna bring it to me at the Chicago meetup because he's gonna be there. So he said I can get his. So I'll buy his off of him because I can use that
awesome.
down here. That would
be
awesome.
Anybody that has needs a hard shell case or a Phantom drone or like a Phantom 3 or a Phantom 4, I've got one that I'm not using. I'd like to get it out of here. And it has wheels on it, which is cool. And I got that, wow, way back in, I think it was 2018 when I did that video where, oh, thank you, Bill, for that super sticker. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Stickers. I like stickers. Yes, I do.
Damn you, Bill.
Stickers.
That's for you, Bill. Awesome. Let's keep that train going, shall we? Okay. Cool. So we also have accessories for action cameras, like this neat little gadget, which I got from Johnny Drone Flyer. And I also have an extra one that I have, yep. And I have a black one, so I have 3 of these. These are neat.
They're fun little pieces to have. It's nice because you can put your phone in and you can just set it down wherever you want. You don't have to worry about it. Just set it down.
Get some B-roll and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're good to have. Johnny sent me one. Johnny's a good dude. Takes care
Yes, he is.
Takes care of his
people. Oh, Lawrence, Novice Quads.
What's up, buddy?
So, Lawrence, when are you going to not be a novice quad? Be a professional quad like Mike Roach.
I agree.
Oh, that's bad. And also, I had a hard shell case for my Mavic Air, sold that, and then Mike Roach gave me his Mavic Air, and I finally sold that as well. And that came with not a hard shell case, but a semi-soft shell case.
Hey, Art, real quick, do you mind if I send the link to somebody?
No, go ahead.
Thank you. I'm gonna send him one. He's gonna jump on with us. Hey Troy, what's up, buddy? Member for 15 months.
Awesome.
How come I can't? How come I can't? I hate that. Unless he writes in the chat, I can't tag him. That's weird.
Huh. Hmm.
Yeah, you can't tag somebody that does a membership thing like that unless they actually write in the chat itself. So yeah, I just sent the link to somebody. He wants to jump on. Speaking,
Cool.
that's probably why, because we're talking Start RC. But
I'll send a link to Chris Hope. Chris Hope, if you want to jump in and be part of the panel,
come on in.
come on in.
I love Chris
And
Hope.
Leonard, JSK Enterprise, welcome.
I could sit there and listen to Chris Hope talk for hours.
And I just got a message from my girlfriend in the Philippines. She just got back from church. So hopefully James will join us in a bit. And hey, let's welcome all the way from down yonder south down in Hamden, Louisiana. It is Johnny D. Johnny D. RC.
Hey,
Johnny
Hey,
Drone Flyer.
Hey,
Troy, thank you very much for that super chat.
what's up, buddy?
Oh, not too much. Just hanging out. I was listening to y'all. Figured I'd jump on.
Yes, sir. Hang out with the cool kids.
I see Art showing all them little products he got. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I
Yes,
was saying,
it is.
speaking of Start RC, Mr. Johnny Drone Flyer himself has been endorsed, it seems.
Oh, yeah, man. They make, and Art said they make some great products at a great price. I mean, very affordable, and it's yeah, I'll tell you what, that hard shell case that they make is really, really super cool.
That's the one I have for my Air 2S is the Start RC case. Hi, girls.
What y'all doing? What y'all looking for?
Hi, we're looking for there's a
Say
hey.
Hey.
That's Lena.
Hi, what's up?
Look, I made some labels. I got them on their foreheads.
I took mine off.
But no, what y'all been doing, Matty? You was flying Air 2S a little earlier, huh?
Yeah, I did some flying towards the beach area a little bit, but nothing spectacular.
Yeah,
nothing much.
Yeah, I might catch a little sunset here in a few minutes. It's been some really nice sunsets.
I think I'm gonna do a hyperlapse in between after I get off Arts and in between Arts and Adrian's. I'm gonna try and do a hyperlapse before I lose the sun.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's been some beautiful sunsets the last couple. Oh yeah, let's see who says Manu in the Start RC case. 107. Yeah, that is he talking about the hard case that they make this little case too right here. The soft case is very nice.
Yeah, that was a sweet case there. Did you give
it's a little travel type case, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice one. I mean, it does the job, right?
Yeah. I think it's like $35,
Oh, nice.
So.
I love the hard cases. I really do. I love my hard cases. That's like Lon. Lon loves his hard cases too, but I got to tell you, they are big.
You also got to make sure that you got your have the condom on.
Yeah, do you have it on there? Yep.
I do. Yeah, I got the extra large version of this.
Of course you did.
That's what she said.
I want to point out that DeMarco Moore had to order the extra small of this, to fit.
Unlimited vertical.
No, Glenn, I haven't done it. You got another 10 minutes before the drawing.
I suggest Unlimited Vertical is looking for a Mini 2 case that's waterproof and floats. Now, I suggest Amazon. All you got to do is just look up Mini 2 hard case, and they are everywhere.
Yeah, what's he looking for?
Mini 2 hard case, waterproof and floats, which is what these hard cases do.
I don't know. I mean, the GPC cases are great. I mean, I love them. They're very
GPC. You can't go wrong. GPC
can't go wrong. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure Start RC may make one for Mini 2. Yeah.
Hi-U Tech has them. There's quite a few. I mean, they're all damn near the same thing. It's just different brands. They're all made pretty much. Yeah, they do float. They do float.
I mean,
John.
the GPC case, I think for the Mini 3 was like, man, this case was I don't know, I think 150 bucks maybe. Or,
they're pricey.
You know,
they are pricey, but you get what you pay for, and the foaming side of them is good. The clips are good. They don't, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I like them. I've got 1, 2, 3. I got 4 of them. Well, I got the Nano Plus 1, 2. So yeah.
Well, I have one for the Phantom 3, and it's from the Case Club, and they're very similar to the GPC.
I had
and
GPC for my
it has wheels on it and an extendable handle. It's almost like a suitcase. It's really rugged.
Yeah, I see John Flynn is going to fly with DeMarco tomorrow. That'd be nice.
Awesome.
Coffee, yeah.
That'd be fun.
DeMarco had a wedding to go to, I think up there close to John. So yeah, I think they're going to hook up tomorrow morning.
Cool. And I also have a controller for a Phantom 3. It'll work for the Phantom 3 Advanced or the Pro. Yeah. It's the one that has light bridge on it, so not like the Phantom 3 standard. That one takes a different controller.
Yeah, the Phantom. Yeah, that's my first drone, the Phantom 3 standard that I sold to Gary Sullivan. Yeah, shipped it up to Rhode Island.
That was my first real drone that has GPS, and where did I get? Oh, I think I got it. I think it was a police auction website or something, and it had a broken gimbal, and I fixed it up myself, got it flying, and the first time I flew it, I just fell in love. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so flippin' easy. Look at it, just stays there. I don't have to touch it.
Yeah, I wish I learned that my beginning years of flying drones. I learned the hard way.
Yep, that's what my first drone was a Bugs 3, no GPS, and oh God!
It really makes you appreciate the DJI or a good flying drone. I mean, I'm not, and listen, I know I love my little Autel Nano Plus. It seems great, but and those, Matty, you said it. Those drones are the cheap drones. I say they're hard to fly. I know my friend bought his grandson a Potensic. For Christmas, and he brought it to my house, and I tell you what, there's no way that 10-year-old kid. I mean, he could fly, but it's going to be in a tree in about 15 minutes.
I highly suggest any kid that wants to learn, even my kids, I won't give them one of my toy drones to fly. I'll give them my DJI Air 2S because it's the safest one I have.
Yeah.
Or even the Mini SE.
Yeah, any of the
which
DJIs.
Is really good bargain. Yeah.
The Air 2S, man, you can damn near fly. It flies itself damn near. But these toy drones, they're going to put them into a car, into a house.
Yep.
And yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah, you can set the parameters on those drones now, that they can only go so far. And so,
that's right.
I mean, they really, I don't say they can't hurt anything, but hey,
Yeah, you're right, Mike.
It does.
Those
luckily, I stuck with it.
Turn people off. Yeah.
I look at it now, and people in these Facebook groups like, hey, I'm looking at this Potensic or I'm looking at this MJX. I'm like, bro, sorry to sound like an asshole. Stay away from them.
Some guy, Matt, when I first started drones and coffee, I think some guy came in, and I don't really know. I mean, he may be, I don't remember who he was, whatever, kind of a newer guy, I guess. And he talks about he got a drone and, you end up saying it was a Holy Stone. Everybody's kind of like, but he didn't listen. A lot of people don't know. They don't know.
Yep. And that's where, that's why I'm, this whole EXO thing is so funny.
Oh, I know.
Because they're pushing and pushing for the beginners and these people that don't know any better at the price that they're selling them.
The only thing, Matty, those drones, I agree with you 100%. They're probably priced too high, but seems like they're flying a lot better now.
They do fly well.
So, it's not like, because here's the deal, if you buy a drone for $299 or $250 or $199 and you got to buy another one 3-4 months later, well, then you just up the price, so in drones, we know in the last couple, new drones released, starting really from the DJI FPV drone, they haven't been cheap anymore. You know,
no, nothing's cheap anymore.
I mean, SE and SE was kind of, okay, but it's a kind of a starter drone,
Yeah. Yep.
No.
And
People
I had the Autel Evo for a while. That's the one I got from Sean Oz after the. Well, we won't talk about that. And,
he did the same
and
thing.
that
with
was
my
a
Tiny Hawk
huge. That was a huge upgrade from the Mavic Air to that, and the camera was really good. But it just had one battery, but made a really good trade. And got my smart controller. Really like that. And the thing I like about that is it works with my Mavic 2 Pro and my Air 2. Now all I need is the Mini 2, and then I can have 3 of them.
Yep.
Play around.
The Mini 2, I tell you what, I mean, I love the Mini 3 right here, but I tell you what, the Mini 2, if you really only wanted one drone and one drone only at an affordable price, that's probably the drone to get.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I'm talking if you didn't want to step up to the Air 2S or, of course, the Mini 3, but if you needed just one drone to have fun with and do great videos, the Mini 2 is.
I kind of regret getting rid of mine.
Yeah, it's a great drone.
I do. I regret selling it. It went to a good cause, but I still.
At some point, we'll look back and say, when we all don't have it or got rid of it, or there's, the Mini 4 or Mini 5, whatever, we'll look back and really appreciate the Mini 2. I mean, for the price that it was. The Mini 3 is great, but, it steps up there in price, still pretty good,
Yeah, it does. Hashtag Art's Mini 3 Pro giveaway. Oh, man.
Well, I really like the Mavic Mini that I've got. I got that off the Police Auction website. And,
Mini's a good little. The Mavic Mini's a good little drone too. It really is. Just don't go that far.
It's a tad bit underpowered, but from what I hear, the Mini 2 has really stepped up the game, and
so is the Mini SE. The Mini SE has.
It's not as good as this though, Matty.
V-copter. Damn V-copter. That damn V-copter. I'll tell you what, I would love to own one if they were a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
$899 is a lot of money for that drone.
Get an extra battery. You got an extra battery though now. I mean,
although you pay $899 for that one, and people are paying $900 for an Exo drone, so it's a good point. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know what? The V-copter, it really is. I mean, it's very unique, of course. That's the thing about it. But hey, you know what? They're all fun.
It's a good flyer.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? They'll fly what you got and enjoy it. No matter if you have a $99 drone, the Tillo, you have it, y'all fly it. I mean, hey, I think we get hung up on brands.
There's way too much competition going on these days in this freaking hobby about people. My drone's better than yours. Well, who gives a shit?
Yeah. No, I agree 100%.
We're all in it for the same thing. And,
I only bought the V-copter because I got a great price on it from Dustin. But I don't know if I would have paid $899, but it is a very fun. It's just a fun drone to fly. Now,
I would buy it.
Yeah, videos. Videos is not the best, so it doesn't have zoom. But it tracks really well, so it's just fun to fly.
Later,
sometimes John, you don't have to film. You don't have to film everything you're flying.
Care, John.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, I also wanted to let everybody know that there's a new addition to my live stream. If you notice on YouTube,
I thought you was having a baby.
I have merch that I'm selling. You can see that right above the chat. You can see my little tumbler for $19.99. And you could get an ArtCo tumbler, or just go to my homepage, and you can see all the merchandise I'm selling. T-shirts, I've got mugs, I've got stickers. I even have ArtCo masks. If you're still into wearing masks, way past that. And also I have phone covers with the ArtCo logo on it.
Nice.
So, hey, it's about that time. It is time for toffee giveaway.
Repeat that.
So put in hashtag toffee in the chat and we will draw for a winner, shall we?
A winner.
Alrighty, toffee.
Draw for a winner.
We've got toffee. Yes, we do. Toffee. All right.
Thunderbird 6, the toffee's being given away.
Yeah. Yeah. He and Laura. All right. No, Glenn, you can't put in more than one. It will only select one entry. And oh, Mike, Ted's Art Drone Guy, did you get the mini turtles? How did they? I hope they didn't melt all over the place. So let me know if you got those and how you liked them if you did. Hope you threw them in the fridge for a while, let them kind of solid up because I know Johnny got some and.
I think it was August, yeah, but hey, they were still good. They were just a little misshaped, but nothing was wrong with them.
What happened to them?
Yep.
The heat.
Oh.
Yeah, they were sitting in his mailbox.
Yeah, I was sitting in the box on like August, like right before the hurricane, I think I won.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
No, they were still good. No matter what they shaped like, I can tell you that.
Yep.
They were just shaped. Oh,
Jerry Bauer, he got his turtles. So let's start taking comments. Okay, we're up to 23. Let's get up to 25, folks. Let's knock that up to 25, shall we?
How many people are in the chat? I don't have YouTube.
We got 40 in the chat.
41 people watching. There's a lot of people.
And we got as high as 44. So, oh, good, Mike. He says he's got 2 pieces left. I know. Enstrom, I mean, they're so flippin' awesome. They do not last in my house. My sister, you know what my sister does? She'll take 2 out, and then she'll put them away up above her refrigerator or up in the cupboard there, and she saves it. And she'll take them out once in a while and have. That's how she made some last.
Michael Wright, hello. Michael Wright is saying hello.
So let's go ahead and share the screen.
Okay.
I love that StreamYard giveaway too.
Yeah,
it is good. It's a lot better than that wheel. All right, it looks like we're stuck at 23. Let's go ahead and draw. We need a drum roll here. Oh, there we go. That's my drum roll. Let's go ahead and draw.
I win. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, James, my BI dream. Welcome. Congratulations, James.
Congratulations.
All the way in the Philippines in Lipo City.
Oh, you talk about
it'll probably take about 6 weeks to get there.
Yep.
Thank you.
Cool. Congratulations, James.
Cool, man.
He's fun. I love it when he comes on the show.
Yeah, where's James been?
Robbie could talk to death. Huh?
Where's James been? I haven't seen him in a while.
He was here last week.
Oh, okay.
He was here almost at the beginning of the show.
Okay.
He's probably eating waffle right now.
Yeah, him and the waffles. Yep.
He burned them last week. They got stuck in the waffle iron. Yep.
What time?
Yeah, he says, hallelujah. So, I went and bought a bunch today, so I don't have to go back for another 3 weeks. So, here's what you're getting, James. You're going to get a 3-pack of milk chocolate and a 3-pack of dark chocolate.
Hey now.
It's a better deal because it's still. Oh, you're doing pancakes. Okay, cool. Matt, turn your mic off. We can hear you rustle.
I've got my mic on I didn't want to turn it off. I'm walking outside.
Oh,
I wanted to
okay.
see what the sunset looked like.
Okay.
He's pulsating.
Okay.
I wanted to see what the sunset
See, I
looked
got
like.
my fire going in the fireplace.
Hey,
Yeah, I
hey,
hear that.
Art, I think James said send that to Johnny Drone Flyer. Didn't he say that right there?
Nope.
Man, those things
He's
are
having
good.
pancakes today.
Yeah, I see that.
It's hard to see.
Blueberry pancakes.
Boom shakalaka.
Oh, maybe he's having dragon fruit pancake.
Cigarette break for Maddie. Yeah, one of
No, I went to
Chip them in dry ice. That would make it really expensive to do that, James. But yeah, it'll probably take 4 to 6 weeks to get there. Because you know what, I sent Christmas cards to some of my friends in the Philippines and Australia, and my Australian friends got their cards like 2 or 3 weeks earlier than
Yeah, I sent Tim Jackson some stickers. I think it took like about 7 weeks for him to get them in Australia or something.
yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Yeah.
So we got. Speaking of moving on from accessories, I last weekend I flew my Parrot Swing. In case you don't know what Parrot Swing is, it's a VTOL drone. It takes off like a drone. It's like a foam X-wing
Oh, really?
shaped thing. And with the controller, it's got a button on there and takes it from this and it starts flying that way. And that thing is fast.
Really?
And it likes trees.
Loves
So
trees.
parrots like trees. Mm-hmm. So if you watch my video, you probably saw that it flew in the trees. So
I'm laughing at Bill. He said by kayak.
So, yeah, that was a drone that Marcus Crawford from Idaho Quadcopter gave to me, because that was the one that I had landed on my neighbor's roof, and then I lost my Phantom 3 Advance trying to retrieve said drone. That was a very sad day.
I bet.
Yep.
Parrot Swing. I never. Yeah, 107.
Yeah, I'll
Swing.
get a picture of it.
Okay, now I'm going outside. Everybody go ahead, make fun of me. I don't really care.
So, Art, how's the weather in Colorado?
Hot.
It is hot.
Hot.
The whole country's on fire.
Yeah, today it was cloudy. It was overcast here, but we've been 96, 97. As a matter of fact, I got my light bill. Well, my daughter and them got their light bill while I go in the email, and it's like, oh my God, they're not too happy about it, but it's crazy the way it's been.
That's a lot.
Mhm.
It's a lot. Gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Anywho, this is what they look like. Share a screen. That's what it looks like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool little deal.
Yep. And that controller works with the Parrot Mambo, which is a regular toy drone. It's about the size.
I've never seen that. Is that old or relatively new or?
Oh no, it's old. It's
Okay.
been out about 4 or 5 years.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And see
I love
the
my Parrot Anafi. I love the Anafi. Yeah, it's fun.
on the tips of the
Yeah,
wings.
got it right here. Yeah.
That's where the props go. Yep.
They're little brush motors, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
Maddie's gonna order one. No.
I wish it had a camera on it. That would be so cool. But I have seen some videos where somebody made a thing. They put an FPV camera on it. But the downside is it created more drag and weight, and the flights only last about 3 minutes.
Sounds like a regular FPV flight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maddie, I know last night, not to jump, but that was an interesting show last night with Greg. I mean, a lot to learn, a lot going on still, Nate. There's a lot of I guess we really don't know a lot yet, you know? I mean, I know we're getting close, but
coming quick, man. Remote ID is coming quick.
And I'm kind of like you. I tell you what, and I'm not, with me with FPV stuff, but I tell you, it is kind of weird about, like you say, you can be in a park and you can be maybe 100 feet or treetops or maybe even less. And I don't know. I'll be honest with you. And of course, you don't, you always want to try to do things right. But man, I don't know. I don't know about the people knowing with that controller, because I'm just going to go about 3 or 4 doors down and take off. You know what I mean?
I got to be honest with you. I could fully admit that I don't know if I would put one on my FPV quad.
Well, I mean, listen, at least you're honest enough, because there can be a lot of people like that. And I mean, and I don't.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's overkill, but I understand. I know what Greg was saying. They want to know, but hey, listen, it's kind of like, I wish we knew where every gun was in the United States, but I don't know. It's really it's kind of, I have no problem with the remote ID, but I do have a problem with them knowing where you're flying from,
Yeah. That's hard too, because I fly alone a lot, and with those goggles on, I don't want somebody knowing where I'm at.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. Well, you got your cat as your visual observer. You always have him.
There you go.
No, my dog.
Oh, dog. There you go.
I don't take the cat outside. Dog Even
well,
Lauren,
we'll see what's going to happen. Maybe it's going to get postponed a little bit till they tweak it, or here's the deal. I feel if somebody wants to know that app, and I know I asked in there if the app is going to be free or can somebody download it. Hey, you know what? If they want to know where it's at, then they should pay.
They should pay for it.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then they wouldn't. If it was $10 or $25, well, guess what? Not a lot of people would download it.
Well, I got even paying for it. I got to tell you, there's not a damn civilian in this neighborhood that needs to know the information of my drone flying in the sky.
No, I agree.
Not a single one of them. Why do you need to know? Why does somebody need to know what drone that is, who's flying it, where the pilot is, for what reason? Why do they need to know that?
I don't know.
For them to make that information public is absolutely asinine.
I think they're just opening a bigger can of worms.
I think so too.
I mean, I have no trouble with the police knowing, but listen, I'm not, the police don't have time to worry about a drone in the sky too much.
Yeah.
Yep,
hey, Tom.
I agree. Yep.
But I don't know.
Yep.
Tom, what's up?
Like Greg said last night on the show, the idea of remote ID is understandable, but the implementation is all messed up.
Yeah, and I like Crypto Man right there. It's definitely an invasion of your privacy.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm sitting at a park by myself because I won't fly. Mm-hmm. Like if I go to a playground and I have my kids with me, I won't fly that playground if there is a bunch of other kids around.
Right.
I'll go somewhere else.
Yeah.
If I'm out by myself with my children and I'm flying in a park where nobody's at, why the hell does somebody else need to know that I'm there?
I don't get it, and
you're spying.
But Maddie, like you said, you have to adapt by the rules. If it is going to be a rule, hey, you got to stick a collision light after dark or whatever. So they have rules that we have to follow. But
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. You know, on the Air 2S. Air 2S, I'm not looking in a set of goggles. My drone's up in the sky, concealed carry. I'm okay with it. But with my goggles on, nope.
yeah, it's like, well, yeah, right there, Tom saying it. You know, you got a license plate on your car, but you know they can't run that. You know, they can't run a 28 unless, I mean, you know, you get somebody in a police department to run it or whatever. You know, but I mean, it's really, I don't know. It's definitely, you know, an invasion of your privacy for sure. Especially, you know, your drone's got the number. Have no, you know, if you do something wrong, well, they got it. I mean, your flights, you know, they can pull up DJI flight records and see where you were flying.
Absolutely.
You know?
It is what it is. You know.
Tom, I sent you a link if you want to jump in.
All right, guys. Hey, Art, I'm gonna hop off, man. I'm gonna hop off and go see what these kids up to. They running around, and I'm gonna go catch a little sunset. Thank you.
Good to see you.
You guys
coming in.
Yeah, join
in
in the morning. Drones and coffee in the morning, about 6:30 Central Time, 7:30. So right after Chris Hope live stream. So y'all get a chance and get up early. Join. Maddie, hint, wake your butt up.
Yes, sir. I will. I promise.
All right, later, guys. I'll see you on Adrian in a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Take care, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'll try to make it. I'm usually out at the fairgrounds flying with the flight club. Hey, let's welcome all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada. Let's welcome Tom Dowling. Welcome.
Hold on.
The man with time on his hands.
Guys, you can hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yep, we hear you.
Good.
Sounds
yeah,
great.
set up the new mic and trying to get it working right. Good. Oh, I just missed Johnny, huh? Jeez.
Yeah.
You know, his coffee time is like my 4 a.m. time, okay? I think I'm on my well, unless I'm coming back from my second bathroom break. Okay. You know, I'll have to check the clock tomorrow to see if that's the case. But I'm going to be on Adrian's stream in a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to be on there as well.
Yeah, but you know, look, I agree with you guys. I'm very, very concerned, to put it lightly. I mean, you know, I won't fly my FPV drone now without somebody else there with me.
Absolutely.
You know, flying my camera drones. Yeah, I can fend for myself, like you said. You know, we all take our own precautions, right? But it's like driving around on the road and all of a sudden somebody thinks you wronged them on the highway. Okay. We see what happens with road rage, right? So, you know, what happens if all my plate information was available to bring up to you? So instead of road rage, you wait for me at the house.
Somebody will be sitting
to come home. Door. Right. Exactly. So, you know, this has to be thought out. And, you know, I have some friends on the committee who are vehemently voicing their concerns about this.
Right.
Even law enforcement, and I'm talking about some of my buddies who are in law enforcement, and they have concerns about this as well. You know, if I were on the job and I ran a plate, there better be a good reason why I ran the plate. I can't just, as a law enforcement officer, see you on the highway and run your plate. No, I can't do that. There has to be a reasonable cause to run your plate. Every plate that's run, there's an audit trail. Okay? Every time you run somebody, there's an audit. If I run you, Maddie, through NCIC, the National Crime Index, there's going to be an audit trail of that. Yeah. And somebody's going to question, why did you run that? For what legitimate purpose? And people have been hooked up for that. Okay? Herman, you're right, man. You know, we've been saying this for a long time now. Look, understand it. I understand it completely. Okay? Remote ID, I think, is necessary. It's just like having the whole number, okay, on your private plane. Okay? If you're a Part 61 pilot, Part 91 pilot, okay, yeah, your stuff can be looked up, but it can be looked up by officials. If you're flying overhead, I can go Flight Radar 24, right? I can hold up my phone, go flight radar 24, and I can get detail. I can get detail that that's a 737-800 series. It left Las Vegas and it's flying to New York. But that's it. I can't see who the pilot is. I can't see who the first officer is. I can't see who's in charge of the flight crew and who the flight crew is. No, none of that information is available. So why is my information going to be available? Okay.
Right.
Yep.
So this is what doesn't make sense to me. And this is what I think is going to get fleshed out over time. Look, none of our drones are ready for September. Okay. So we got some time on this, but don't let it go. You got to keep voicing. Go up to the FAA site, comment on these things. Okay. These are things we've been saying for a while. Okay. If you don't read the regulations coming out, ignorance is no defense. So you got to get out there. You got to read the information. You got to understand what's going on. And if you're vehemently opposed to it, speak up. Without speaking up, it won't count. It won't count. Okay.
It's not like you're going to get put.
Keisha said his local police department has just okayed automatic plate readers.
Mine's had them.
Okay. No, we have. Okay. New York City, we've had them for years. Okay. It's the way city makes money. It's mostly for scofflaw. Okay. But it's also for stolen vehicle. Remember, automatic plate readers are in a protected system, or should be. I mean, if your department didn't do it right, but it should all be in an encrypted system. But again, that's not generally available to the public. Okay. You know, my problem is if I'm sitting on a park bench flying and my drone is within visual line of sight, I won't say it any other way, guys. My drone is in visual line of sight, but it's 1,500 feet out. Okay. I don't want somebody another 1,000 feet away going, oh, I'm going to go find that drone pilot. Let me hold up my camera. Oh, I know where they're sitting. Let me go harass them. Okay. I got to tell you, man, there's enough Karens in the world.
Yeah.
Okay?
This is just gonna quadruple that rate. If they find out about it, if it becomes well known around the general public, which I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Over time, it will.
Yeah, it is a matter of time. Unfortunately, the test of time is what either makes or breaks things, right? So the only hope here is that the regulators, listen to the committees that have been saying all along how this should work and why. You know, this is not. It seems very arbitrary in the way it's being presented. But there is a lot of input into the system. And I'm hoping that input will make a difference when the final regs are enacted. Okay. Everybody say, oh, well, the final regs are already codified. Yeah. But like anything else, practicality has to play a part in this. So, you know, waiting to see. Right now, you can't track my drones. Okay. Unless there's a firmware upgrade that changes that, and there's some magical remote ID module inside that Mini 3 we just all bought. I don't know how they're going to carry that out as quickly. Yeah, 107, I agree. You know, Karens can be manageable, but that guy who thinks you got goggles on and can't see him by and lift up your bag. Okay. That's what I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
Okay. And, you know, the problem with that is you're going to get the other knuckleheads in our community turn around and weaponize their drones. Okay.
Yeah,
we don't want either. That's a felony, by the way, folks. Please do not weaponize your drone.
Do not do that.
Do not do that. But, you know, the issue here is I would hate to see we get a bad name from time to time because we get some knuckleheads in our community that do stupid shit. It's the best way to put it, right? You know, 1,000 attaboys on our side as far as, you know, drones saving lives and everything else, but one our shit kind of wipes that out. So, you know, I would hate to see this remote ID situation start and then there's some altercation that results in violence someplace, and of course our community will get blamed for it.
Or death.
Well, you hope not, right? It's coming to the point where they have to understand that this kind of technology is now ubiquitous. We're out there. We're flying drones all over the place.
You've already got people shooting drones out of the sky.
Well, we have a few people that have been test cases, yes.
So imagine if that guy knew where the pilot was.
Well, that's the problem.
You know what I mean?
Then he's not going to waste his bullet up in the air, right?
Nope.
Well, my problem with the bullet up in the air is the bullet has to come down somewhere.
Yeah,
if it doesn't hit your drone, it puts others at risk. Also, why this is a felony in the United States.
Yep.
Look, at this point, it's a wait and see.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's not gonna, like we talked about it last night on the show with Greg. It's not gonna stop us. It's not gonna. People can flying drones, and at least I hope it doesn't. No,
I think the community, Matt, is strong enough now. Yeah. It's large enough now. Bill, we all agree. Information should be available, to the authorities. Absolutely. I don't mind if that's local law enforcement, national law enforcement, the FAA, the National Transportation Safety Board. Okay, I don't have a problem with any of that. I do have a problem with John Q. Public, having a level of detail that should not be available to anybody but the authorities. Okay, look, Flight Radar 24, handle it the same way. Handle it the very same way. You should not be able to access the information unless there's a legitimate purpose to do so.
Take care, Warren.
Yeah. I'm actually getting ready to jump off myself, Art. I got to eat. I got it.
Alrighty.
You got James coming on later? Or?
I hope so. He's probably watching right now, scarfing down pancakes.
Bill must be at
James,
work.
Hurry up. Come on in.
I'll be listening in the chats.
We had one of those early retired people dinners, Matt. we you know what it is? We no longer have schedules. We have routines, but we don't have schedules. Okay.
Oh,
that's a big difference.
Schedules.
Yeah.
Well, I'm back in the working community now. I found a job, and so it's nice not having to get up in the morning and go, okay, let's get on the computer. Let's see what jobs are open I can apply for.
Feels good, doesn't it? I'm sure.
Yep. Let's find one that I don't have to stand all day or lift anything over 50 pounds.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I used to dream about when I would retire, how I would be able to sleep in and do all that. The problem is, as you get older, sleep becomes a luxury. I mean, I'm still, right. I roll over and I'm up at 6 a.m. Like, why? There's no reason to this.
Just because you guys worked all your damn lives, and it's something that your body's been accustomed to, and you're just not going to change it.
Yeah, and then the evening bathroom breaks are nothing but fun. Maddie.
Oh yeah,
nothing but fun. Okay, They
Yep.
say hydrate, but I got to give it back at some point.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, that's
Maddie,
right.
I'll see you on the dark side, bro.
All right, boys. I'll see you.
Take care, Tom. Good to see you.
Yeah. So Art, where are you flying out of, Art?
Well, I'm here in Denver tomorrow. I usually Sunday is I fly with the flight club at the Adams County Fairgrounds, which has good airspace there. It's far enough away from any major airports. There's actually a spot where it's actually dedicated for drone flying. It's in the parking lot.
Oh, good.
But we have access to the whole park. We go over to the playground, which is mainly where I fly at, because we got some shade there and the sun and do some flying. So now that I've got some batteries charged up, I think I'll get out the tiny whoop and and finally start flying that. So, hey, let's welcome all the way from Lipa City, Philippines. Let's welcome James Tanner. My PI dream. He's got the magic headphones on.
Hey, Umaga guys. How are you?
We're doing good.
Good evening. Good evening, Tom. It's morning here.
Yeah, no doubt.
I just missed Manny. So I was catching you guys the whole morning. We were having pancakes here this morning. Remember, my waffle maker just went crazy. I'm in the process of ordering a new waffle maker. The other one just burns and rips everything up, and it's just a horrible sight.
There's no good to that, is there? That's
not at all. Not at all. Not at all. The dogs like it. They're happy when the waffle maker is malfunctioning.
So here's some unique information. We happen to be on the rim, James, you and I. We're on the rim of fire. So I'm on the eastern rim of fire, and you're on the western rim of fire.
Where are you, Tom? Where are you at?
Now I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, well, put it this way. If I was thinking about retiring to Florida, but the problem with Florida to me is it's too damn humid. There's too many bugs, and there's a natural disaster every 3 to 5 years. And that's actually becoming every 2 to 3 years, whether it's a hurricane from the Gulf or a hurricane from the Atlantic, right? So I figured Las Vegas, if there's a natural disaster out here, that means we probably lost California, and I have beachfront property, so my property value will go up.
There you go.
That's the way I look at it. You know? But just getting used to it. I mean, you got nothing but humidity there, James.
Oh no, we don't just have humidity. We have typhoons and volcanoes.
Yep.
And that's why they call us the ring. That's why they call us the Ring of Fire right here.
The Ring of Fire.
You got that huge trench on the east side. On the east side over there, it's like the deepest plate oceans inside the world, because it's like where the things are shifting. You know, the continental
it's the two plates shifting. Coming together.
Plates, yeah, all the craziness. And there's a little bit of,
and they love to rock and roll.
Yeah, we're lucky here in Lipa though, because this part of
you're in a good spot.
We're in a very good spot. There's tons of seismic activity to the south of us. To the west of us, not quite so much to the east of us. Even up towards Manila, going up towards Manila, they have all kinds of they have faults and things like that. But right here, it's kind of like heaven around here. The climate's better here. We're up elevated. We're between
your altitude there,
ranges.
James? Do you know?
I don't know. I really it would probably be easy to Google it right now. But all I know is we're. And when you say high, we're probably, even if it's 50 meters above sea level, that's a lot for the Philippines.
Higher than the rest of the Philippines.
Yeah, and that's probably
exceptions.
But we're actually up higher. We're in between two mountain ranges. We're protected by the mountain ranges. Like when the typhoons come through, we're on the west side, which is the side that you want to be. Right. When a typhoon, because it destroys because all the typhoons come from the east to the west.
Yeah.
So and the climate. I can't say more about Lipa and Batangas. They're known for the climate. It's hot right now. It's 8:30 in the morning, but we get a relatively nice breeze here all year round where we're at here. Yeah. But it's hot and humid, but it kind of like Florida weather. It's kind of like Florida weather. It's not much
like Florida weather. Like Florida weather. Yeah, we're sitting right now it's 5:34 p.m. We're at 103 degrees.
Oh no, we don't get that hot. We don't.
With a relative humidity of 20%.
No, we don't.
So
no,
we actually humidify the house because it's so dry out here. You know, we rarely
ever go above 100 here. During the climate averages between 70 and 95 up and down all year round, 365 days of the year here. And occasionally it's around 100 Fahrenheit, which is probably, I don't know, maybe 40, 42 or something like that.
Yeah, 41, 42 Celsius.
Celsius here, yeah. And Celsius, right. But most of the time here, it's like during the hottest time of the year, it's like 35 to 38. and then during the cooler part of the time, and that's what, and we're talking Celsius again, and then I think during the cooler time of the year, it's between 22, maybe 22 and 27, 28, something like that.
Yeah, so we're 3,000 feet up above sea level here. People don't realize Las Vegas is high desert. Okay, so Las Vegas is 2,700.
Same with Denver.
Yeah, we're 2,700 feet in Vegas, but where I live, we're another 300 feet above that. So what's nice is it's gorgeous. We look down at Vegas at night, which is really nice. But if we look north, just a 30-minute drive is Mount Charleston, and Mount Charleston's summit is 11,912 feet. No, I'm sorry, 11,812 feet. But we take drives up there. Right now, it's 71 degrees up there. Okay, and that's 30 minutes away. We went up there in February to play in the snow. There's snow on the peak there from, I would say, September through April. What was great was we come from New York City, so our snow turns gray and yellow very quickly. Okay, and it's a shit show. Snow never works in a highly densely populated city. But we went up there to play in the snow. We left the house. It was 80 degrees. We went up there. We played in the snow. We got back in the car, came back. Okay. No shoveling, no plowing. I felt like a kid again. But
well, Tom, here's the answer to your question. I just Googled it. Lipo Batangas, 515 feet or 157 meters above sea level. So I was I was way low. I said 50 meters. It's 3 times that. It's over 150 meters above sea level.
But see, I'd rather be here with 103 at 20% humidity than be in New York City with 98 degrees and 92% humidity. Okay. That's oppressive as far as I'm concerned. In fact, when I went back to New York a few weeks ago, that's how it was. I got off the plane. It felt like I had a heavy weight on me, with those, when the humidity matches the temperature, there's usually an issue. Or what do they say? Dew point temperature. I
want to share something. I am so excited. I'm like a kid at Christmas time. If you've been following, if you've been following the last couple episodes, we did a big solar upgrade here. We've been trying to get solar installed for 5 years. And what you're saying, I just wanted to share with you. It's called Solar Man. It's an app. Yeah. This is actually the web-driven app. There's an app on the phone too. You can look it on your phone or your smart tablet or whatever. I just want to show you, and I haven't released this. My first 2 episodes were the installation of the panels, the inverter, all the electron. That's all the hardware installation. The very last episode, which I'm working on right now, I spent all day yesterday. I'll be working on it again today. Has to do with what you're going to see a little bit here. This is kind of a sneak preview, but what you're going to see here is the results. This is the consumption and what the solar panels are doing for me right now. And I'll just share this with you right now. If I move this up and down, I can't see. I'm not on. You see it moving up and down?
Yep.
Okay. So this is our house. This is what we're producing. Well, actually, 8:23. It was like 10 minutes ago. I can hit the refresh button right here, and it'll refresh. We're under clouds right now, but we had pretty good sun, and this is at about 8. What did it say? 8:23 in the morning. The panels are generating 4 kilowatts of power right here. The house is consuming 500 watts of power, 502 watts of power. What I'm getting from my utility company is 0. Okay. And my batteries are in a charge. I have 4 5.2 kilowatt hour batteries in the basement. This is what runs us all through the night. When the sun goes down, the battery is right here. You'll see this is what runs us through the night. And it shows how much our daily generation monthly. It's provided 105 kilowatts for us already. We've only had this installed since about the 12th. So about 12 days. We're about halfway into the month. The key thing I want to show you right here. You see this number right here? It says monthly energy. This is my utility company. My utility company has provided me only 35.3 kilowatts of power because we've been pretty much off grid. When I say 35.3, I just did a rough calc. That's like 450 pesos. 450 pesos is like $9. Like $9. So I've only spent $9 on electricity this entire month since our last bill. And we installed the solar system about 2 days after the utility guy came here and did the. So I'll stop this now and get back inside here. So we spent about $9 in electricity with this system. I am so excited about this. We are so
and give it a month.
Yeah,
give it a month.
And well, the thing is, we are on one of the lowest solar days during this period for the month of, I think it's July, August, and September. July, August, and September. And I'm going to bring this up inside our next video. This is the lowest, the shortest days, the most amount of rain that we get. We're in rainy season, so we have the least amount of sun hours per day during this time of year.
Generating some sizable energy there.
So if we can cover 98% of our costs now, wait till we have the full summer year, which is like around.
You said your storage capacity was what? You
20,
have 5?
I have four 5.2 kilowatt. It's like the Tesla Powerwalls.
Yeah. No, I'm familiar with them. But what's your estimated daily consumption?
I think we use about. Oh, well, it tells you. Hold on, let me go back. I have to go back. I shut you guys off.
While you're holding, James, it is time to spin for stickers. Everybody put in the chat #sticker, and we will have a drawing for stickers.
Hey, do I qualify since I won your toffee? Can I still?
Well, you gotta put your name in the hat too.
I have to go back and open up the.
You can't stickers. Just remember that, okay?
James, your internet is kind of spotty. You sound great, but your video's very laggy.
Okay, I tell you what I'll do. I'm on the week. I might get disconnected. All right, so stand by. I should be able to drop.
All righty. Okay, let me go ahead and share that, and let's start.
Is that better? Does it look better? Anything better?
Yeah, you're streaming a little better. Hold on.
Okay, a little bit better. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm
away from like the Matt's headroom for a while. We are up to 12. Let's get that to 15, folks. Come on.
There you go. You just had a few more come in. Let's see.
All right.
Hey, Lenny, how you doing, bro? JSK Enterprises. Good to see you.
All right, one more, folks, and then we'll do. All righty, we got 15 in. Let's go ahead and draw for stickers. Hey, Maddie's the winner. Congratulations, Maddie. You are the winner of ArtCo stickers. Cool.
Congrats. I just got 2 new cases, actually. Hold on, let me break one out.
Art, I actually do have a drone, even though I don't talk to drones too much. I do have a drone. You know that, right?
Yes, you do. And you fly it very well, and you're getting a lot of use out of it lately.
I am. It's probably one of the biggest resources that help with the channel as far as monetization goes. That's probably one of the biggest things that gives it an air of professionalism, because it's certainly me being on there is not doing that. So it has to be the drone.
So I just want to show you, this is a new case I wound up picking up. I've been flying a lot with the Mini, Mini 3 Pro, and I love to fly my DJI FPV. But the problem is you can't be very spontaneous, because you got to get it out, you got to put sticks on, you got to put the props on and all that. So I finally got myself a case that basically she's ready to fly, and everything is available to me. You know, I have my motion controller, which I love to fly with this motion controller. Okay. It's so immersive. Then I got my drone with the props on, room for 5 batteries, 4 here, 1 in the drone, my goggles, and I don't have to take the antennas off the goggles. So, I always say, why can't you keep all that stuff together? Because I'd say, hey, there's a great spot to fly. And 15, 20 minutes later, after I get everything set up, then I could fly. But I love the idea of just having everything in place, and actually did something similar with the Mini 3. But the Mini 3, I went with a different kind of case. I'll grab that real quick.
I like those cases, those with the foam inserts inside there.
The ones that are die cut. Yeah. They're
so nice.
So the Mini 3 case, what I did with the Mini 3 case was, their case that it came with was suitable. I used it for a little bit, but you're really shoving stuff in there. And once you get a set of filters, now it doesn't fit. So, and you got to take the sticks off, the same thing. The props have to come off, the sticks have to come off. Yep. So I wound up getting this case, and actually this case, it basically, again, houses everything I need.
Ooh, nice.
Okay? Everything's here. In fact, I now have 5 batteries. I have this thing about always having 5 batteries for each drone. Okay. That's why if you buy a drone from me, you always get a deal because I accessorize the hilt out of it. Mm-hmm. But now I can keep the sticks on. Okay. I got my batteries here. Cables are underneath the drone. So she's ready to go. And then I poked a hole in 2 spots up here to put additional spare sticks. Okay. I really shouldn't need them since I'm not taking it on and off. I tell you, being in the desert, if you drop one of these, forget about it. It's almost going to be impossible to find, okay, amongst the rocks. So, now that I don't have to take them off, and I do have my collision avoidance strobe right there in case. And then the upper portion, I can carry my filters. I can carry anything extra I need, including cards. And also I carry my documents in there, which is, I carry the trust certificate, and I carry the registration for the drone. And yes, I did register my my Mini 3, even though it wasn't a requirement. $5 is not a hefty price to pay. But I'm a 107. I'm a certified 107, part 107. So if I do use it commercially, I don't have to worry. It's registered, If you're not a part 107, you're just recreational, you register once and you can apply that to all your drones. Each one of my drones has a separate registration number. Okay. And if I do use it, then this way, because if I share the number when I go to get insurance, say I'm doing a commercial job, an ad hoc commercial job, I'll just go on and I'll do on-demand insurance. But each drone has to have an individual registration number. Otherwise, they're not going to insure you.
Right.
That bag that you have there looks a lot like the one that I got with the DJI Air 2S. It came with a bag.
Similar to that.
Yeah,
right.
It houses the batteries. It houses the drone itself. Under the drone, like yours, you can put the cables underneath right. there. It houses the controller that came with the Air 2S, but it doesn't fit the. I got the Pro, the RC Pro, the RC Pro controller, and it won't. Mm-hmm. It won't. It's too big. It's too big for that area inside there.
Yeah, I like to keep everything together. The other thing I did was on that bag, it has a strap, but I also put on the controller. What I did with the controller this time was, I trying to find, the drone was just released, and trying to find a way to hook up straps was difficult to this. I definitely want to be able to take my hand off the controller and just let it sit if I'm going to pick up the drone or I'm going to grab something. And the problem was everything they had were these like almost eye bolts that would go in here. And the problem was it wouldn't fit in the bag. So what I did instead was I went to Ace Hardware, got myself the 4mm screws, bolts. They're cap head screws, actually, and put little D-rings on. And then to try to play it as smart as I could, the strap for that is not inside the bag. The strap for that is the bag strap. So these are just little carabiners. Just pop these off, and now this goes on there. Economize on space.
I never thought
Good
of
idea.
Yeah, that is a good. I never thought of that. That's
because every time it's folding
cool.
up that the strap is so damn. The strap is bulkier than the damn drone is. So,
yeah.
Hey guys, I'm going to jump off.
All right.
Always a pleasure.
Sure,
Thank
Tom.
you so much for
Good to see you.
gracious invitation. James, keep the faith.
Tom, it was a
Okay.
pleasure, man. As always.
Always a pleasure, bro. Everybody, stay safe. Enjoy yourselves. Get out there and fly.
All right.
Hey, I'm trying to convince Uncle Bill to come in.
Yeah, Bill's got a link. I gave him a link if he wants to.
Yeah, I was hoping to come in and join us this morning.
I think he's a little gun shy after last week.
Well, he shouldn't be gun shy with you and me.
Yeah, that's
It's no problem. It's all good, man. It's all good. It's no problem.
mhm.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just so pumped about the solar stuff. That's really all I got. I got solar on the mind. It's like, I don't know if anybody.
That is cool.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know. I just want to share if you've never had solar before, or if you have solar. I just want to know if people are doing what I'm doing. It's like I'm constantly. It's a new toy. I'm constantly hitting the button and the refresh. I want to see what's going on. How much savings am I? How much energy am I producing? What's going on here? Did I make the right choice? I'm sure it'll get to a point. I'm sure it'll get to a point at some point that I will just kind of sit back and not even worry about it. And just once in a while, just check to see how we're doing on here and just look at some of the stats of some of the equipment that we have. But right now, it's like all day long, I'm constantly hitting the button, refresh. How am I doing today? How am I doing today?
Well, now all you have to do is figure out how much your savings has paid off your solar.
Yeah. And we're gonna be talking about that again, and I'll just talk a little bit right now to you about that. It really has to do with the more stuff you buy, the longer your return on investment is going to be. You know, yeah, and you can pretty much calculate that. But I don't know about your utility rates going up in the U.S. Utility rates over here are going up like crazy. It's insane every single month. You know, you got to realize our currency is the peso over here. You know that.
Yep.
Our utility rate is about 12.5 pesos per kilowatt hour. So when you see when you only move up or down, rarely down, but when it moves, even if you move up 1 peso, you know, you're talking about a 6 to an 8%, about an 8% increase per month. 8% per month. That's insane. And that's what I watched January, February, March, April, May. Because last year we were like 8, I think it was around 8 pesos. We're up to 12.5 pesos right now, 12.5 pesos. That's like 30-something% increase in what, 6 or 8 months or something like that. So that's really was my motivation to pull the trigger.
I bet.
Yeah.
And it's so nice that you finally got it to where you're off the grid and you.
Well, I'm not off grid. I'm not off grid because.
Yeah, not totally off grid.
Yeah. The
consumption
result,
is so so low that.
The consumption looks like we're off grid, but we're really not off grid. And you really don't want to be off grid. I think here you want always that back. So we got 3 backups. We got our main now is solar. Our backup, well, we have like 4 backup. We have 3 backups and a main.
You got your 4 batteries. Then you have your
the Echo Flow. Still got the Echo Flows. And did you watch the last episode? We had an emergency. Remember they forgot when they were doing the battery upgrade, the firmware upgrade. They turned the batteries. They weren't active into the inverter, and then we had a brownout, so we had no utility.
That's right.
Company.
I remember that. Yep.
We didn't have the batteries, which you got to have one of those two to run the inverter. So when the inverter doesn't have any power, it shuts down to protect protect from all the energy that the solar panels are doing. So I just went one thing, flip a breaker, turn on the EcoFlow, boom. We had the backup until Bottleneck came back on. So yeah, we got lots of. I feel so much better now with all our brownouts here.
Hey, let's welcome all the way from Port St. Lucie. Let's welcome Uncle Bill. Hey, Bill.
I misunderstand. I'm literally just, I didn't come in for any reason other than I'm just really tired and not very interested. That's all. It's a really, really long day at work. Always glad to say hi to James. Hi, James.
Same here, Bill.
Hi, Art. No, seriously. It's got nothing to do with anything except I really this close to falling asleep. But aside from, this is my second drink, so I'm okay now.
Oh, you're in Florida, Bill. I received a very nice but concerned email from a guy in Florida. It had to do because everything we're doing now is solar right now, and he was just angry at the utility companies in Florida. You know, we talked about some of the installation that were being done like around Miami, and they're taking advantage of a bunch of the retired people down there and the issues that they have in that. But I had one man he wasn't from Miami. I don't remember what part of Florida he said he was from, but he was angry at the utility company because the utility company, he went all solar and he was basically pretty much off grid, but the utility company is charging him $40 or $41 as a minimum, regardless of whether they generate any energy for him or not. And then they add, of course, on top of that $40. So he's getting penalized. He said, I'm being penalized for having solar, for going green, doing what I think is right for the environment. But they're penalizing me because they're charging me $40 more than somebody who doesn't have solar in my community.
I don't know what that service charge would be. And there's two major power companies in Florida. You know, could be at the northern one. I'm in the South Florida. God, I pay the bill every month. I can't even remember which one it is, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I think that they rationalize it with the fact that everybody pitches in to pay for the grid itself. And, you know, if he were to ever lose what he had, he could still access it. And you've got poles with power lines going through your property and you're partially responsible for them. I mean, they'd rationalize it with that. Is that fair? Probably not.
I don't know either because I had the same problem. You know, we still maintain a house in the U.S. and that house in the U.S. for probably the last 3 years, because the last time since we left, and we were stuck up here for 2 years. We couldn't go back on vacation, 2.5 years. And we ended up go. So for 3 years, I was paying the water company. They charged me $81 a month. I have the water turned off. So there's no water coming into my house, and there's no water going for sewer or anything like that, because that's what your water and sewer is for both. They charge you for
both. It's sewer,
in and out is what they charge you for. But we had the water turned off.
And what's even interesting here in Port St. Lucie, what I have is I'm hooked up to this sewer system, but I'm also hooked up to a tank in the backyard. So you're only kind of using it if you exceed the level of the tank, which is probably never in my case. It's just me and my wife, you know. But that's a lot of money. I mean, to pay
81 and they went up. I started noticing from last year until the current time, I kept getting these rate increases for that basic charge, just for the hookup, for you to be hooked up to the system.
We're in Florida. That's more North Florida, right? Florida?
It's in Charleston. It's in Charleston, South Carolina.
South Carolina.
But I will, in defense of the utility company, I called them up and because I've been paying this for 3 years. So you figure $81, that's $1,000 a year for not doing anything, for not even being in the house and not using any of the service. So, and I've been paying it. So I paid $3,000 over the last 3 years for nothing. So I called up this last time, and I should have done this a long time ago. And I got to say, the lady at the customer service was really nice. And I said, listen, I don't understand. I said, you know what? I haven't had the water turned on. The house is like in storage mode right now. And I said, but you guys have been charging me $81 a month every single month. She said, oh, and she said, you're not living there right now. It's like vacant. I'm like, yeah. She said, oh, so she was kind. She said, just type this, send me an email that you're not there. You have the water turned off. And what we'll do is we'll put you in inactive mode. And then when you come back again, which will probably be another year to 2 years from now, she said, if you need to get it turned on, just let us know ahead of time. We'll turn it back on. But for that time that you're gone, she said, we won't charge you anything. I'm like, you mean that's all I had to do before?
Yeah.
So that was
what they started doing to save money is they stopped reading the meter every month, and they were just doing estimated water usage based on your history. So they could have been doing that. I mean, I don't know. Or the guy, whoever's got your area is eating lunch at his girlfriend's house instead of doing his job, But but I'll tell you, I can't complain about the water company down here. I mean, because mine's
I can't complain now,
which sounds like a lot but it does include the sewer. But the thing is, that's the sewer. Even though we're not really using the sewer much, if something were to happen, one of the pumps goes bad, it's two, I think. Well, even if there's one, it doesn't matter. It's two flows. I think there's a lower and an upper. But if it goes bad, they come in and fix it for free. They come right out and they take care of it. So that at least that's included. But aside from that, I had all of a sudden water bills that went up to as much as $300 in a month. And that was because one of my lines underneath my slab, and you live in Florida, you have a slab home, and our plumbing when they built the house is in the slab. And I didn't know it was
same here.
The hell, and it was leaking underneath the house. And they, so I took care of that, which cost me enough. Instead of digging up my slab, we went up and we used PEX and went up and through the ceiling and came back down again. Anyway, still cost me $3,000. But what they did was they actually credited me. They looked at my average usage and they credited me a few $100s, and they took it off my bill. I didn't pay a water bill for like 3 or 4 months.
Well, I think that's the difference between your water utility company and your electric utility company inside.
Yeah, they didn't have to do that, but they did it anyway. I didn't ask them to. They just did it. So that was pretty cool.
So and this is an opinion, and I'm asking you for your opinion, Bill. Bill, I'm asking you. Art, you could chime in too. But
no, don't
when it comes to when it comes to your electric utility company, the electric utility company, all of these utility companies, they're modernizing. They're all going to, even in the Philippines right here, which is kind of confusing right now with why my bill is going up month after month after month. But I think and I'll give you my logic behind why I think it is.
Former White House
now,
chief strategist, he's also the host.
Oh,
sorry. Go ahead. I don't know why that started. I have no idea why that started playing, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
So they're doing all this modernization. Basically, a lot of them are going to the green technologies, the windmills, the hydro, and solar. In the Philippines, we have some of the biggest solar farms now up in Luzon on this island up here, and it's companies like ours, Bottleneck, that have that. They're moving from fossil fuel to the solar farms inside here, but yet our prices keep going up and up and up. Now, my logic is why it's going up and up and up. I think they're taking the money that they're investing in these solar farms, and that's why our rate's going up to pay for that. But all of this pays where it's up. Remember, we talked about return of investment a little bit earlier. At a certain point, everything after that is free unless you start doing upgrades. You start, replacing parts that break and things like that. But let me ask you, do you think Bill, in Florida, do you think you're going to see a reduction once they meet a certain objective because I know they got hydro things off the coast, I think in Florida. I don't know about when.
Well,
I don't know.
I think most of my power is supplied by nuclear here.
Nuclear. Well, even
I
nuclear,
I haven't seen a change in my bill in
yeah.
It's been
So
3 weeks. Actually our utility cost, I have FPL. I couldn't think of it. I just looked it up. Florida Power and Light is one of the lowest in the urbanized area in the country. So I really can't complain about our electric company. I can't. Yeah. And after we had some outages and problems, they really did a bang up job getting things back online as quickly as possible and spent a shit ton of money improving the grid so that since then, that was several years ago, I don't even have brownouts anymore. So
what do you think? What do you think the chances are? All this, the nuclear, all the green, the solar turbines, all these things. What do you think the future
renewables?
Of your bill going down? What do you think? You think it's going to happen?
Renewables aren't going to make your bill go down. They're going to make your bill go up. That's
why? Why?
Why? Because renewables aren't reliable. They're not reliable, and it's going to be incredible investment and costs, and they're going to amortize that, and you're going to be paying for it until I'm long dead.
Where did you see? I'm just curious. Where did you see that renewables are not reliable?
Okay, well, all right. Which one are we going to use? Wind?
Well, let's use solar, because that seems to be one of the biggest things. All solar farms going up all over the place. Let's look at solar. Why? Where is solar not reliable?
All I know is we've got plenty of natural gas in this country, and we could still power this country.
Plus, solar you can't generate when there's no sun. Like on cloudy days.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why you have backup battery solutions. That's why.
Well, storage, storage for a city of $212,000 people, and we're just one town. I mean, you're talking about 22 million people to supply power for. What kind of storage are you talking?
Places like where Art's at, and where you're at.
Everybody's going to have electric cars too, right? And where's the power for that going to come from? I don't believe it's going to go down.
That's all I'm asking. I'm just asking, what do you think?
I don't believe personally.
Same with wind. When there's no wind, it's not going to generate any.
Electric cars now, let alone convert. I don't know. They just got to build a whole shitload of nuclear power plants around the country.
Yep,
and also people afford that. That's pretty funny.
We got this thing called thorium reactors, which are very efficient, and you can't make any bomb grade material with it. So,
what kind of reactor?
Thorium salt reactor. Yeah, uses thorium instead of uranium or plutonium to generate.
To tell you the truth, I haven't really. Because I tell you, whatever I think or whatever I want, it's going to happen one way or the other. So I've kind of put my legs up in the air and said, "Okay, give it to me." I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was just looking. This past week, I was looking at the average price, and they said the average price of electricity now for the average homeowner is over $500. That's a lot. Yeah,
sure,
that's a lot.
I don't pay anywhere near that, but I've got a cracker box size house too. So.
Well, I was in pain here because I was paying over 200, and I'm like, that's crazy. And we're on the very high end of the spectrum, because we're huge.
I'll tell you the truth. I did pay. My last month was $212.
Yeah, ours is about 10,000, a little over 10. Our last bill was 10,900, almost 11,000 pesos. That's over $200.
How much is that in America?
200, over 200. But most everybody else's bill around here is 5,000 and below. So we use here at our place more than twice. We're kind of energy hogs here because I just have so many electronic toys around here.
We're not particularly efficient here either. Of course, I got the central air going 24 hours. But aside from that, my wife runs the washing machine and dryer every day. She does not. There's no laundry I can wear the same clothes pretty much every other day in this stuff because she's a And so there is that. She bathes the dogs 3 times a week. It's a good thing that they have the kind of fur and skin that they can put up with that. More like down.
Well, your wife's a Filipino.
Yeah.
I don't know. My wife, when I try to explain stuff to her, logic, it just kind of goes like that right there. I'm explaining. I said, babe, now that we got the solar, our prime hours during the day are like 10 to 2 o'clock. That's when we have more energy than we can't even consume the amount of energy that we have. It's enough to recharge all of our batteries, the backup batteries. And we have this extra. I said, babe, okay, you have to modify your clothing when you do the wash. Do your wash between like 8, start at 9. And then hopefully you're finished by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And she's like, why do I have to do that? Why can't I just do it at nighttime? Throw it in at midnight. Well, at midnight, that's when the batteries are running 100%. And you'll exhaust all the batteries from the washer and the dryer overnight. It's so difficult for me. But she's adopted. It took a little bit. I think she understands the logic behind it.
They want to do it when they want to do it. I'll come home from work at 12 o'clock in the morning, and I open the garage door, the washing machine's going. Like, what the hell are you? What are you doing laundry in the middle of the night? And I'll go walk into the house.
No, the question is, Bill,
cleaning the walls and.
No, the question, Bill, is where are you at 12 o'clock at night?
Oh, work. I work. I don't go.
Oh, work.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know, midnight bowling.
But anyway, yeah. So you know, I don't know. We're not particularly energy. We don't pay attention. You know, and let's not forget my air conditioners from 1998. I refuse to get rid of it. Save $20.
We're lucky. Yeah, we're lucky here. We rarely ever use the air conditioning units here. Very rarely. We have 7.5 horsepower of air conditioning units, and we probably only use it 2 days already this year. We can use it, and one of those kind of things that we don't we're trying to save energy, and we've kind of climatized ourselves to what everybody else does around, because not most people have air conditioning units around here, so we're kind of used to that. But now, if we wanted to use it, we could use it, but I'm afraid to start using it, because then your body becomes used to it after a while. You have a dependence, and then you want to run it all the time. So,
well, it could be reasonable too. I keep mine at 78, so you know, it's not like I'm chilling everything down. I do have dogs, so I don't want them dying in the house while I'm at work.
Yeah. Well, because you said you guys have over 100 degrees in temperatures and stuff like that. You
know what? That's what's funny. Florida doesn't go above 100 very often. It's very rare. I wasn't aware of this. Because somebody from Northern Florida, I forget who it was, who's online, and he said, "Oh, we had 105 all the time." It's like, that doesn't sound right, because he was way up north. I live in South Florida, and we never break 100, or if we do, it's right at 100. I mean, I'm not talking about the real feel. The real feel gets way up there, you know, well above 100 because of humidity. But then I checked it out. Tampa has never been 100. 99 is their highest. Our highest here is 103. So, but it's because it's tropical, like where you are. It's hot year round. You know, we have such mild winters that Florida is technically the hottest state in the country, because the average temperature is 71 point whatever degrees, which is beautiful. I mean,
and you get that nice ocean breeze. The nice ocean breeze.
Great winter riding for the bike. You know, I mean, it's just, winters are awesome here. But it offsets the summers, and like I said, summer feels a lot hotter than it is. I've been in 115 degrees in Phoenix, Arizona. The one year I went out there, and while it was hot, it wasn't the same thing, you know, because like who was talking about? Tom was talking about, it's oppressive when it gets in the 70s and 80s in humidity, and it's in the 90s temperature. It's just crazy.
Bill, your audio's cutting out.
My audio?
Yeah.
How about now?
There you go. That's better.
Can you hear me now? How about now?
Can you hear
me now? Penetration. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I got to keep playing with my settings. I got a new microphone too. Very excited. Everybody's getting this blue
Blue Yeti.
Blue Yeti.
Blue Yeti. Yeah.
I got the Samsung. This is a much cheaper version of the Yeti, and I like it. I don't know how it sounds right now coming across with you guys, but I like it.
Well, your audio is great. It's your video that.
Is the video still?
You're like Matt's headroom.
You're better than you were before. It was kind of cool. We're getting all kinds of really, really cool freeze frames. You would like you had your cup. Then you'd be like this. There were a bunch of really great shots. You should watch the video back and grab some screenshots, because you look good.
I can't close. I'm using a lot of resources right now. Hold on a second. I can close.
Are you out in the pavilion?
I'm out in the pavilion. I'm away.
Yeah, you're far away from your Wi-Fi.
I'm going to close a few of the resources.
Echo cancellation. I have the volume up too high on my speakers, so it's probably cutting out. You turn you guys.
I'm going to close.
Turn
I'm going to close some items on here. Maybe this will help out just a little bit. I can't open the one that's the biggest hog. The biggest hog is Safari. I've got it's like a presentation generator for the next episode, and I'm like 10 slides deep into it right now, and I'm afraid if I close it out, it's gonna screw all that stuff up, and that's like a day and a half's worth of work I got on that. So I don't know. Is this any better? I closed out a few.
Yeah, it is. It's better. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only one on your channel. I think I'm the only one that has these technical difficulties, and I have a feeling it has to do with I just overtax the system, and I love it out here in the pavilion. I don't like sitting inside the house over there. It's so nice sitting out here.
I mean, even when you're out on the lanai, your stream is much better.
Much better, yeah. Because I'm about as far as you can go. I tell you what I've done is I balanced my Wi-Fi network around here. We have 3 VPN client routers that we have inside the house, one for each floor, and then we have the main modem. It's a fiber modem that comes into the house. And what I tried to do is I just tried to balance, since we have so much networking stuff going on. I dropped the levels down so they only really cover this area right here. And I don't have many neighbors. I only really have a couple neighbors, but I don't want to be one of those guys that hits 100%. And while I'm blasting somebody else away, because the more people that are running on the same channel, it causes noise and it degrades your system. So I try to, that's why it's a little bit lower, probably why it's not quite as strong back here. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But Art, you had I think your opening for today's episode was the most people that joined in at the very beginning than I've ever seen on this show. And I think it's because everybody's waiting for Uncle Bill to come in today. I think that's the main reason.
Oh, stop. Hey, so if I turn my input up, do you guys hear any difference at all while I'm doing this? Am I getting louder?
You sound good now. You sound really good.
Great.
Yeah.
No, I'm sliding my input up and down. I don't know if you're hearing any difference while I'm doing this. Probably not, right?
Oh, you're kind of loud now. Yeah, I think a little bit louder.
Well, I'm like 2 inches from the mic.
Really loud.
Well, turn it like do a real big sweep all the way to a low, and then say something.
Well, see, I'm using voice meter banana, and I've been playing with the settings. But if I try to end round, go around it and adjust my Windows settings, it does nothing. There's a voice meter, I think. Anyway, it sounds okay though.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Hey, is that your real room, or is that a real room behind you, or is that like what Art has? Is that like a screen?
Well, it's my room, but it's not where I'm at. I mean, for some reason, I think that's a really nice shot. That's my garage.
I love it looks like the light that would go over a pool table. That's not a pool table.
That light used to be over a pool table, actually, at the last bowling center I worked at. The ballast went bad on it, and the beer sales rep was gonna. He replaced it, and it sat there for the longest time. And I said, "You're gonna pick this up?" Because I said, "What do you do with these things? You fix them?" No, we throw them out.
No, they throw them out. Yeah, well, I used to work for Anheuser-Busch. One of my jobs of my many jobs that I've had over my lifetime is I was a salesperson for Anheuser-Busch, and I used to go hang out with the guy that did all the ads that did the stuff. He would go to the bars and the pool halls and set up all those lights. And I had a good relationship with him. And what I did is we had a 3-bedroom house and no children. So we took one of the bedrooms and we turned it into a little bar. And he said, "Yeah, whatever you need inside there." So he got me all the Budweiser clocks and the neon lights. He even hooked me up with getting.
He's supposed to save that for the vendors, but that's okay.
But it was cool. I love those, and I don't know what I did with those. I don't know where they.
They're worth pretty good. They're pretty good, especially the neons. Worth a pretty good chunk of change.
Yeah,
those lights. That lights. If you were to buy, you'd spend a good nickel on it. But I mean, it's not glass. It's just plastic. But it's a 36-inch, bar table light, pool table light. But I bought a ballast for $15 at Home Depot. It's been working ever since. So
nice.
There you go.
Nice. It looks really good.
I also have. You can't see it in the picture, but there was a Yingling. I also had a Yingling because they came and replaced the wrong light. Told me I had a light to go out, and he brought another Yingling light. I said, "Our Yingling light's fine." I said, "Oh, I'm here. I may as well change it out." And he took down this really nice fluorescent Yingling light down. It just sat there. It's like, fuck it, I'm taking it home. I took it home, but it finally just died, unfortunately.
Well, guys, our viewers are getting fewer and far between. Adrian's taking all our viewers, so we're going to have to call it a night. Everybody in the chat, thanks for coming. You have a great weekend. Thanks for coming. So everybody on the panel, thanks for coming. Hey,
Art,
we'll
I'm
catch
sorry
you.
I came in and everybody left. You see what happened? You should have just let me see off the
All
screen.
right, good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Take care, everybody. Have a good weekend.